Right, so I have sprained my ankle. I haven't really. Well, maybe some of you have. And I'm here to bring you advice, down to earth advice, what to do, especially on those first few hours. Whether to decide to go see a doctor, get an x-ray, get an ultrasound, get an MRI, get uh, anything. Okay, so you sprained your ankle, really painful, struggling to put your foot down. Perhaps you rested, didn't do anything for the first few hours, maybe went into the evening, went to bed, a bit throbbing at night, realized swelling's coming up, bruising is coming up. In the morning, you really cannot put the weight through. So you're hopping and you're wondering, what should I do? Right. First thing, do not work through pain. Do not try to put the weight through. It might not be broken. You might not have any tear in the ligaments, tendons, or muscles, but you definitely sprained something and it's inflamed. It's still bleeding because you got the bruising. It's still swelling up, and there's no point in forcing the tissue to take the body weight and weight bear on it and make the tissue work 10 times harder while it's trying to heal from this overstretch, over strain. Whether you have a tear or even a fracture, you will be excruciating pain. So perhaps it is something to think and go, right, can I go get checked? In the meantime, definitely putting ice on. So a bag of frozen peas, a bag of ice. Make sure you cover the skin with a cloth. You don't want to burn the skin with the ice. And you want to do it 15 minutes steady. 15 minutes with the ice on. By that time, the temperature is going to be really cold on your foot. It's going to be numb. Take the ice off. Keep it elevated after you take the ice off. You can elevate during the ice, but definitely keep it elevated after you take the ice off. Do not walk on a cold tendon because they will be numb and they won't support you. There'll be no response from the muscles and the tendons and the ligaments for you to walk on it. So the idea is to elevate, because this is when the temperature starts to go back to normal. So from cold to your normal temperature on your foot, this is when the flushing happens to get the swelling out. So if you're standing on it, first of all, you're going to have no stability. You might not have pain because it's numb, but you're probably causing more damage. You can go over on it again, and then so don't walk on it. Keep it elevated. You will notice a massive change to the swelling, even the bruising colors changing from red to purple to yellow, and perhaps even moving around the foot. This is absolutely fine. Keep it exactly monitoring, but also making sure that you are happy that this is a good response. In the meantime, and I'm talking about these first few hours after the injury, avoid walking on it. If you have crutch or walking stick, please use it to soften the pressure on your foot. You are supporting the healing by doing this. You can use Voltarol gel on your foot. You can take anti-inflammatories if you know you're okay with it, and definitely pain relief. And it's very important to keep the pain under control however you can during the first few days, to ensure that you can continue to give yourself the care that you need and understand the do's and don'ts, so that we can get rid of the swelling, not rid of the swelling, but assist the body to process the swelling, to process the bleeding that happened inside. That's why it's bruised. And also to process the healing of the tissue, the overstrained tissue. If you have any type of ankle support, either elastic ones like neoprene elastic, or even those that support the sides, it's okay to wear it if you do need to walk for any reason. For example, from the car to the office, and then once you get to the office, put your foot up. If you need to, I don't know, you live alone and you need to prepare some food, so you know, make sure you are protecting your ankle, because at the moment the tendons and ligaments and muscles, they are not responsive and able to stay stable. So what's going to happen, they're not going to protect you. So if you go over, you can go over again very easily. So you want to avoid going over again at any cost. In terms of any movement, you can do very gentle ankle up and down, very gentle circles. Make the movement small, circles really small, very gentle, and preferably when you have your leg elevated. You don't want to be doing that with the weight through the feet. You want to be doing that with your leg elevated. And you can do that little and often through the day, matter of seconds or even a minute, but never through pain. You are not moving through pain. You want to keep away from the pain, away from creating pain, and away from working through pain with pain, so that you can allow the tissue to heal. And like I said, if you are using crutches or walking sticks, it's just a matter of a couple of days, okay? And that is if you really need to be on your feet. If you have a job that you are on your feet and pushing and pulling and doing lateral side to side movement, you will need to take a day off or two until you know for sure that your foot is healing, which means the swelling is going down, the bruising is going down, and it's getting easier to put your weight through it. Putting the weight through it is gradual, as you can tolerate with very minimal pain. And keep the crutch and the walking stick by your side, and for those times that you need. You might notice that you're a bit better during the day, and then by the end of the day the pain is throbbing a little bit more. And now here I'm talking about after 3 or 4 or 5 days, when the swelling is down and you are gradually moving. During this period of time, so 5, 6, 7 days, notice how the pain at night, if you have pain at night, is worse on days that you do too much during the day. So you need to then try to find that balance, okay? And like I said, in the first 24 hours to 40 hours is your decision to see if you need to get an X-ray, ultrasound, or an MRI. Of course, any excruciating pain, I would go immediately. However, if you had a sprain, you can do gentle movement. There's pain, but you can do gentle movement. There's swelling, there's bruising, but the pain isn't excruciating and increasing. You're pretty much safe just waiting 24 to 40 hours, doing the therapy, the treatment and the care that I've shared, and then decide again within that time. Okay, I hope this helps. Very down to earth advice. There's nothing here that is going to cause you to do any damage, because everything I've described is advice to do it gently, pain-free, and even the ice, you're protecting your skin so it doesn't burn, and also you're not over icing or under icing. However, if you are experiencing any pins and needles on your foot, and I said excruciating pain, inability at all to move your foot, you go to the A&E immediately. Okay. Thank you very much. Any questions, put down in the comments and I'll be happy to answer.